Hello one and all, welcome back to my Let's Play of Factorio. Last time I did, well, pretty much nothing. This time I'm hoping to get a lot more stuff done. Let's grab some steel. I'm going to start working right now. No excuses, no distractions, no nothing. On the train station, finally. I need to get this done. It is vitally important that this project get moving. So far it has not been moving at all. I do kind of want to leave myself some room to tap this oil, mostly because it's so close to the rest of my base. I will miss out on probably that one, but all these are really darn close to my base. So we're gonna keep those mostly available. I want to try, if I'm going to be cutting through here, I want to try to cut through in a way that's not going to eliminate the potential for using these all that much. Can I... Here, I guess I lose another one, which I guess it's going to be inevitable that I'm going to lose some of them. We'll go with this, tentatively. Let's make ourselves a diagonal track here. And get this lined up right there as well. Do not actually need that. And there we are. Likewise right there. Good. Okay. Next things next. Let's get our unloading station oriented properly here. I'm going to use a train engine thing, which I definitely, there we go, should definitely have. And I'm going to orient it this way. We're going to give it some fuel. Wood. Wood-powered train, why not? Why not? Enter in. We're going to back it up a little bit. And the reason I want to do this is I want to get a rough guess as to exactly where I want this station so that the unloading happens at exactly the right place. So I'm just going to kind of roughly ballpark it. I want to make sure that I can get all the products out through all these little, I don't know, filtery areas, whatever you want to call it, without too much trouble. So I want to make sure that it, like, I don't know, maybe ends right here. Maybe need to move all this down, like, a lot more. We'll see. We'll just start measuring out how much of a difference between each of these stations there's going to need to be. So we also are kind of running into a little bit of a problem here in that, yeah, this water is here. So we may need to move the whole thing in the first place. All right, good enough. Let's just try it. Let's just go. So we're going to have you go to Clopero, aka CGA Wizard. You can go ahead and head there, and you stop. Excellent. So that means that these unloading stations, nice little trick by the way, you can hit F5 and you can see the actual like sort of hitboxes for these, so you can know exactly where they're going to be coming from. So let's try to match these up as best we can. Looks like a good solid 5 there and a good solid 5 there. Good enough. So assuming that I would want the next to be like right here, something like that, right? And I left 2 spaces because the train stops are sort of separated by two block sections. So whenever you're using a train station, you have to put, they snap to a certain grid, just like the straight rails do. You can see, like, I can't put these are a 2x2 block, but I can't put them 1 block offset, and you also can't do that with train stops. I am not speaking very well. So let's get a good measurement as to how far the top of this goes to the bottom of this, so I can get a good estimate as to exactly how long the train station itself is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 13, 18. So it is 18. That means I need to have yeah, I guess I need to have from this bottom here, essentially, I need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there is the thing. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I think 7, wasn't it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. That should be the top edge of the station. So let's make it so. There we go. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to readjust this, but that's alright. As long as we're getting the measurements out of the way, that's really the important part here. And let me make sure that this measurement stands properly. I'll hop in here. Could I actually have enough room to go all the way back? And nope. I was going to try to hop it onto the other track there, but I don't quite have enough room, so we'll just temporarily extend this. Here I go, doing more temporary stuff I'm not supposed to be doing. That's alright. I just like to break the rules, I guess. So we're going to pull this all the way back here if I can. Looks good. And now I'm going to bring it up to this one. Well, I'm going to bring it up into this area, and then I'm going to let it move forward into this one. So this is Factorio. You need to go to Factorio, please. Thank you. And looks like things lined up not quite right. So I must have messed up the measurement slightly. That'll work though. Yeah, that looks good. Oh yeah, you know what? They're actually one offset from each other. That's actually really good. Damn. Look at that. The inserters are like lined up directly with each other, so I can just kind of, yeah, just kind of do that. That will work. That will indeed work. Okay, so that being the case, I'm going to start this process up here instead. I'm going to start the unloading process here and go from this direction. That way I know exactly, because the most important thing is that I want the top leftmost right here, and then the rest of them will iterate off of this. So this is likely going to need to be moved down just a hair, but that's okay. And you know what? I have plenty of room. Let's just make 5 stops for this. I just want absolutely zero congestion, if at all possible. I do have 3 in between, correct? Yes, okay. So 1, 2, 3. And you know what? Just so this doesn't ride so close to the water here, I'm going to move it 1 square over there. Okay, good enough. And can I just, does this go? Nice. I can do that, and then I can curve it around this way. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Good, good, good. Okay. There we go. Hey, no beeping at me. I do not wish for your attacks to be attacking me. So from the top side of, sorry, from the bottom side of a station, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in there. Make sure I'm not incorrect about the whole station snapping to the grid thing. That's something I should probably double check. I'm fairly certain. Yeah, they snap to a grid. Okay. So I need this to have, I need to put my inserters down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This may need to be adjusted by 1 or 2 blocks depending on where exactly the station ends up. And then I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then now the station. Perfect. So now if I run to this station, it should end up directly in here. Let me throw this. We're going to do some more temporary. Don't do this at home, kids. Save yourself the strife, I promise you. Spinny spin. There we go. Okay. Mr. Train, let's go. Back it up. And we're out of gas. Guess I did only have 10 logs for it. Let's go grab some real fuel, shall we? I know I said no distractions, but I think this is kind of important. It's very likely that I should actually get this done. Or I may... Well, it's just not going to end well if I don't. Just going to grab some solid fuel. There we go. Num num num. Plenty of fuel. That's one thing I'm actually going to have to do as well, is set up some sort of a refueling setup for this, which I should be able to do pretty easily. I can just run in sort of on the top side of of the unloading area, because I may actually double fist the unloading area. I may actually have inserters on both sides just to make the unloading go more quickly. And then I'll just have a single fuel cell that works its way, you know, through here and keeps all of these supplied. So that way, no matter where they go, they're always being filled with fuel. All right, let's give this bad boy some fuel. Gotta turn him back on. Ride, my man, ride. There we go. And we'll hit F5, and you can see that the hitboxes line up beautifully. Good. Okay, we're in good shape. I need to crank out about 1 million inserters and figure out how I'm actually going to process this stuff, because I would kind of like to just sort of funnel everything through the same system and sort it out as it goes. So I will be inputting, or importing rather, coal, because I need that, iron, copper, stone, and probably oil drums. Now what I could do, since I am actually likely going to have 5 of these stops here, is I could... maybe I'll do that. I could have each of these have their own individual stop and say this is the coal stop, this is the... Maybe. I want to get this built out, and while I'm building it out, I will think about exactly what I want to do. So I already know from over here in my experimentation that I can actually line this up exactly like this and be in good shape. And this is actually going to be moved over. I need to tear these down. Why am I building this all like some sort of peasant? I have robots for this sort of stuff. What is wrong with me? I'm just going to place these blocks down like some sort of peon. Some sort of serf. That crap out of there. Although I probably should have some sort of storage right here, so they don't take them like 1 million miles away. That would probably help. And now I can place these. Cool trick. Once you get robots set up in your area, you can pick up an item, and I wish you could just pick up the ghost of an item from your inventory over here, the crafting inventory, but you can pick up an item and shift produce it. Just hold shift, and it will have your robots build it for you. So it's like a spontaneous blueprint, kind of. Pretty cool, actually. Very handy. So I can just say, come on, robots, give me all the stuff. Likewise with, with anything. So if I were a smart man, I would let my robots do everything. There's something to be said about having the materials right on you, though. If the robot response time was a little better, it would be different. But they can be a little slow. Actually, we're gonna need to tear these out because it's very likely extreme. Whoa! Hey! Oh! Hey! 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 Spiders. That was not very kind of them. Let's put up some more laser beams here. That was not very nice at all. Thankfully I have armor, heavy armor. I need to get that upgraded soon. But anyway, because of the orientation of this, I actually need to move this out, because if I'm going to fit 5 stations in... Yeah, rat-a-tat-tat. If I'm going to fit 5 stations in this area, it's going to be probably a pretty tight fit. So I'm going to try to harvest all these. These are outside of my robot network, by the way. At least I'm fairly certain, so I have to do some peasant work. Yeah. Actually, do I have... I do not. Do not have the steel nor the advanced circuits to make a robot port. I think after this train station is done, I'm going to gear myself up with some armor, and I'm going to go kick some butt, because I am in desperate need of clearing out some of this space. As I mentioned last episode, there's a big nest. Well, it's not huge, but a big enough nest right there that's guarding some pretty sizable deposits of resources that I'm going to want / need very soon. Alright, so we got all those acquired. Let's see. Do I have any of these sitting around? I guess I do. Excellent. So let's try to pair this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, see, the robots aren't beeping at me right now because I actually have these products available. They would be beeping at me if I didn't have these available in my storage. It would come up with the little geary sign and say, hey, bro, you don't have any of those. Get good, son. I'd be like, dude, that's not necessary. I'm good. I promise. You don't have to hurt my feelings like that. Factorio's a jerk. Yep. Oh, I actually got a lot of these in storage. Good. That's good. Use them up. Use them up. Where'd my deconstruction? Oh, there we go. Boop. Don't need that one there. So I will boop it away. Let's get some more here. Hopefully I have this all lined up as I have stated. Well, I guess, you know what? I guess we're going to end up covering up this oil anyway. Whatever. There's... Hopefully... Yeah, there's 5 there. All those there. Those there. Yeah, that should be good on oil. That should be good on oil. If need be, I can always reconsolidate this. If need be. Make sure we're outside of our coverage network here. Dang, I need to switch to AT&T. Note, that was not a paid endorsement by anybody. Do I have any track left? Oh, must have a lot of track left, actually, if they're not complaining yet. Oh, there we go. Construction robots finally decided to say, hey man, that's just too much. That is way too many. Okay, so I want to make sure I give myself plenty of room for the actual train cargo wagons. So let's just do that. And I want to say that's fairly close to where they're going to be. I guess a little bit further up, but I want to make sure that there's enough room behind them. So shoot that stone rock with the bullets. I need some real bullets. Man, do I have a combat shotgun yet? There it is. Combat shotgun, but no good shotgun shells. But I still need that. I'd like to get the combat shotgun going soon with the really good shotgun shells. At this stage in the game, that'll chew some robots, or not robots. Well, it'll probably chew some robots up. That'll chew some buggies up pretty badly. Yeah, let's give myself a little bit of extra space here, because I'm pretty notorious for not ever doing that. Seems pretty good, and... Oh, guess I'm a little too far away to place these. Hey, I'm pretty sure I don't want those off to the side. What are you doing? Game obviously hates me. I don't know what I ever did to it. Just trying to play you, bro. Don't even be like that. Yes, I know you need some track here. Make you feel useful there, bros. I'll let you build them just this one time. No fooling, for serious. So I need some more steel too. Uh-oh, we are full on rocks. That's okay. I'd rather have too many than too little. Oh, look at that. These are actually literally one rock available there. One more stone unit. And you're tapped out. Just fully throttled. I promise I'm still working on it. I am not getting sidetracked. I told myself I was going to do it today, and I'm doing it. I do need steel, though. There we go. I figure rather than setting up a small shipping station, it's just better if I just go for it. Just go for the gusto. Not waste any time dilly-dallying around with tiny... Alright. Tiny stations. There we go. I know that I will be using all of these eventually. You know what? I think just because of how this is set up, I think I'm going to go ahead and make each of these their own station. And it actually is going to be pretty easy for me to switch that. Well, maybe not. Because if I make each of these their own station, then the sorting, I won't have to sort them. And so I'll have an entire area that I won't have to build. But if I do set up a sorting array, that would allow me to make the input's a lot more fluid. And the nice thing about that is that I can, say I just find a bunch of iron and that's it. I won't have to worry about my iron stop being just completely swarmed while the other ones are just sitting there doing nothing. As far as I know, if you name a bunch of train stations the same name, then your train will look at them and say, oh, is this one full? No? Okay, well, let me go to another one that says exactly the same thing. So theoretically, these will actually all load and unload at the same pace, at the same time. I hope. That's the idea. I wonder how many more of these inserters I have sitting around in my logistics network. I actually should probably make these smart inserters, come to think of it, or fast inserters at least. If I'm just going to unload them, I think fast inserters are the best thing to do. And I have no fast inserters in the network. I might want to go set up some sort of automated construction for that at some point. And that will make this go faster. Not making excuses. There's something I wanted to test, though. There was a technique that I had used a while back on my LP that I streamed of this that I had figured was possibly the fastest way to unload a train. And that is by using 3 inserters in a row. And I don't know if this actually even works anymore. So let me just explain this. I don't recall if I've used this before in this playthrough or not. I have 2 regular inserters, or in this case, fast inserters. Each of these will pass to each other. So I have, the material comes out of the train. And, aw, thank you, robots. So nice. Help me out, those engine parts. So the material comes out of the train and is moved by the fast inserter to essentially where the long-handed inserter is. And then the fast inserter here on the right will pick that up and put it here. Likewise, the long-handed inserter will also put the product here. I believe they may have patched this behavior at some point, so this actually doesn't work anymore. But that's why we science. That is why sciencing is important. So, yeah, wow. It sure looks like it. That is actually really surprising that they patched that. Because you know what? I could have sworn that I'd even loaded my LP world before, and that still worked. I'm actually kind of disappointed in that, because I thought that was a really cool trick. So it's important to note as well that doing this how I have it set up right here is not a good idea. Because if you want to unload something from one container to ideally another container, you don't want to have an intermediary, because the problem is that you won't be able to make use of the stack item size bonus that an inserter gets as you tech up. Let me actually show, and we'll test it just to make sure, because we test things. I'm going to do this. We're going to have a fast inserter. And there we go. We're going to put up some power. Power of the. Actually, before we put the power in, we're going to put our products in here. Now, I don't have very many of the item inserter stack bonus things researched yet, I don't believe. Where are they? There we go. Yes, I have 2. So that means I think I can move 3 products, maybe, or 4, maybe, per inserter usage, as long as the receptacle can take it. So if we put 100 stone in here and 100 stone in here, this bottom one should unload much faster. Should. That's why we're going to science it. Ready, go. We should basically be paying attention to the leftmost inserter. Whichever the leftmost inserters ends first was the fastest. And I'm fairly certain it's going to be the bottom one as an autosave. I changed my autosave timer to half an hour, and I still got one while I was recording. Yeah, okay. Yeah, like this one's not even halfway done. And the fast inserter's already finished its job, because it's moving from container to container. Now, unfortunately, if you want to move from container to conveyor belt, there's no real way to speed that process up, other than taking more inserters, I guess, like from the outsides. So, because you obviously can't do this. This doesn't help. And I already found out you can't do the long-handed inserter trick, so that doesn't help. But something like this would possibly work. I might try to come up with some really janky, loopy-swoopy solutions where I don't have everything necessarily in a direct line, but possibly have some other shenanigans going. Another thing I had actually thought about doing, although I don't know that this is faster either. One last thing to test is, are 2 long-handed inserters faster than 1 fast inserter? Because what I can do with that is I can have 2 long-handed, and actually I have to be very careful about this because these inserters will actually gather from different rates from the train. So I need to make sure when I'm setting this test up that I do this properly. Because you can actually do that. You can have 2 long-handed inserters, and both of these should be able to grab products from the train. And there you go. You can see that they both can. So I need to find out if 2 long-handed inserters are faster than 1 fast inserter. So we're going to set up some more sciencing here. Bam, 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 bam. And we're going to give this one 100, this one 50, and this one 50. There we go. And actually, this will likely be changing too. So I need to test if they're good right now. But as I get more of the inserter stack size item bonus, which I have 2 more of those to go actually. Hopefully I get the logistics robots done soon. This will change because I believe this gives me a total of either 5 or 6 items that I'll move per. So if it doesn't work now, that's fine, but it may work later after the variables have changed. So go. Yeah, my intuition is that the fast inserter is faster right now, but that may change. It kind of looks like it's moving almost twice as fast. Kind of hard to tell. Wow, that's actually surprising. So the long-handed inserters actually finished first. That's crazy. So it may be that long-handed inserters are actually the best way to unload trains. It's kind of crazy. Let me try to get a rough estimate as to how long this episode's going long. I don't care. I have sciencing to do. I didn't do much last episode, so I'm just gonna do this. Of course, the problem here is how do I actually make use of this? Oh boy, how do I? I actually have a curious idea. Let me put up some more of these bad boys. Bam, 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 bam. And I need one more. Looks like. Okay, and I need some chests. How many iron chests do I have? Whatever, give me a bunch. I don't care. If I don't use them now, I will use them eventually. And, oh no! I require more iron. And some advanced circuits for a substation. Let's go grab that. This is going to be a very long episode. It's already... That's alright. That's alright. We're getting stuff done. Goals are being accomplished. That is what's important. More steel. Always need more steel. More steel. Thank you. And iron, because we need that. Just guzzling it up. Tasty, tasty. And we need advanced circuits, which we probably... Yeah, we don't really actually have any of those right now. What are we... We are missing out on this because we have no coal. Because we are completely tapped out of coal. Good to know. So I guess I won't be making any advanced circuits anytime soon. That is unfortunate. Not for a little while, at least. I do have a little bit of plastic on me. That's why we're going to be importing coal. And I'll probably be running coal through the bus because it's, well, it's needed at a few different places. And I may end up braiding coal with something else. And that's a good thing to do if you have 2 different materials that don't really need to be used a lot, so you don't have to pull off from them very often. I think it's much better to braid those kind of materials than normal materials. So where is our... There we go. Boop. Good. Grab this nonsense. And we need to power these. I'm waiting for a substation. Hurry up, substation! One substation should power all this. I think. I hope. I certainly hope. Substation, substation. There we go. Bam. Okay. We're going to fill this up with crap. Hopefully full stacks of crap so I can get a exact judgment on how fast, how quickly. I guess it's going to be in stacks of 50, so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Okay, so yeah, that should be, just double check this here. Yep, I can math. Okay, so this is the amount of material that I would be getting from a shipment of ore, because the stone and the ores all stack up to 50. Okay. And there will be a little bit of variance because each of these is in different, whatever. It's not going to be perfect, but I want to see how quickly this gets done anyway. 3, 2, 1, go. That is pretty quick. That's not bad at all. And it's only going to get better with the higher stack size bonus. I'll have to do a direct test between that and 5 rows of fast inserters just to double check that that's actually better. And again, well, again, I need to get the inserter stack item bonus. Typical Factorio. So much stuff to do, so little time. And speaking of, I really need to. Oh wow, actually, I didn't even have these 4 here. I went to go grab some stuff and I didn't have 4, so this actually wasn't even as fast as it should have been. Alright, we'll do one more accurate test, and then I'm really going to go. I promise. Sorry for the long episode. I'm sure some of you guys aren't complaining, but I know some of you... Whoa, hang on. Hang on, bros! That's what I get for not telling them to stop. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Gimme. Stop it. Stop it. Let's get all these guys reset. Substation, go. There. Okay, they're all reset. They're all equal looking, all cool, and like Spider-Man. Looks like a big 20-footed spider. Alright. Bam. Right? And bam, 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 bam. Correct? And bam, bam. Good. Good, good. Okay, here we go. Last test, and then I promise this is the end of the episode. If I was a cool enough guy to know where my substation is. Same place I just saw it a second ago. And go. Man, they are just unloading the crap out of that. Dude, that is going to be so fast when that happens. Okay, so my idea, before I forget, and since I teased you with it, is that I might just use like another, like a stationary cargo wagon right here. Just seriously, like, just put a cargo wagon right here. Because I think for me the most important thing is that these get unloaded very quickly. And so if I just put another train here, and then unload that train out of conveyor belts using smart inserters, that might work out. But I am kind of concerned about the overall storage if I do that. I don't know. Problems to solve that'll have to wait for another episode of Let's Play Factorio. Thank you guys so much for watching and liking this video. It was a long one, but I hope it was worth it. See you next time.